So, I always ask the wrestlers this. If you could sum your career up in wrestling right now with one word, what would that be?
Oh God, they're throwing me right into it, aren't you? If I could sum my wrestling career up in one word, primal.
Interesting. Why primal?
It's cause like through all of my career, I'd rather it be something that feels natural and being able to rely on more of my instincts more than my actual thought within the ring. I mean, obviously, it's very much a mind game because you've got to remember this, and this. Otherwise, shit goes wrong real fucking quick. But I prefer it to just already be in my head, and then we can just be like, go, 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 that kind of thing.
Would you say that's something that fans will never understand is how much goes into a wrestling match?
Absolutely, yes, because there's always going to be those people, that group of people that are going to say like, "Oh, wrestling's fake. It's fake. You're not actually hitting each other." And then I'm just going to be like, "I dare you to get in that fucking ring because you're actually going to get smacked."
Straight to the point. I love it. Matthias, how's the week been, mate? All right?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Obviously, typical work week. The weather's been a bit shit, though, let's be honest.
True. We had a thunderstorm yesterday, so yeah, it's not doing too great.
Not at all, not at all. Anything exciting, or is it just usual like work and wrestling?
Yeah, work, wrestling, not really like nothing exciting ever happens to me. I know that's depressing as well, but yeah, it is what it is. Just taking it one step at a time and just chilling with it.
Yeah, do you know what? Nothing ever exciting happens with me as well, so I can kind of relate to that one.
Fair news, mate. Fair news.
Absolutely. So yeah, mate. Obviously, as I said before we came on the air, we're talking obviously about your career in wrestling and stuff like that. So let's start at the beginning, man. How did it all begin?
Oh Jesus, what a story. So I kind of grew up watching wrestling. I started watching it when I was about 8 years old, I want to say. Me and my two mates at the time, we decided to be absolute cretins. I'm not gonna lie, because you know how it always says, "Do not try this at home."
Mm-hmm.
We did exactly that. Um, because my front garden is basically the size and shape of a 20-foot wrestling ring, and it's got the fences around it as well. So we was like, "Fuck it, let's actually do it." We did it, and I was like, "Yeah, fucking, this is what I want to do, but it fucking hurts." Um, but then a few years later, because we all just kind of separated, went into kind of our own stuff. A few years later, coming back from college, I believe this was, um, I was watching an American promotion at the time, UWC, United Wrestling Coalition, that I am a big fan of. I'm going to say that right now. Um, I was watching a tag match. Can't remember who it was. Don't ask. But it was like that was a match that pretty much inspired me to just go, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I came home and I went straight to my mom and said, "Mom, it's time. I want to get this done. I want to do it. I want this to be my life now." She was very skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. She was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? You're sure? You do know how much people get hurt." And I'm like, "Well, it is what it is. Hopefully, I'll like it so that I can keep on doing it. If not, I'll find something else." Um, and then as soon as she was like, "Okay, that's fine," we searched online for wrestling schools around me.
Mm-hmm.
First one that came up, I've already said, but Nathan's gonna hate me for this. One PW. in I can see that face, yeah. In Doncaster, one PW. We was like, okay, that's a bit too big for me, because we always do research into companies that well, anything really. We do research into anything. We decided to say, let's go with another one and let's see what else there is. Next one was UKW in Batley.
Yep, I've been there.
And we was like, it seems good, but it's a case of traveling and schedule wise and funding. And we was like, you know what? Let's just go and frigging just search up another one, see what else there is. But then the next one that we found, surprise, surprise, PPW, Pursuit Pro Wrestling, led under Liam Slater and Nathan Black. We was like, okay, it's in Sheffield, not too far from city centre, and then it's convenient because my grandparents live in Sheffield as well, so I can go visit them afterwards and stay the night if I need to. So that's completely fine. We inquired through the website. Liam got back to me pretty much straight away, saying, hey, come down for a chat, see what you think. We did. I'm not going to lie, I was bursting to get into that ring. I was like, I want to get in there so fucking bad. But I had to contain myself because otherwise I probably would have got hurt. I'm not going to lie. But then a little bit more communication, and I enlisted for the 6-week beginners course that they do there, which is very helpful. It's a wealth of knowledge for anyone that is wanting to get into professional wrestling that isn't already. I highly recommend it, especially within the South Yorkshire area. I highly recommend it. It's a wealth of knowledge. They'll teach you the basics. And then on week 6, it'll be a full match, which you will get guided straight through. It'll be piece easy. I highly recommend it. That's what I did. That's what a lot of us did. And then from that point onwards, I've been doing it every single week, every single Saturday for the last 3 years. Yeah, that's kind of how it started. I made my debut, my in-ring debut. When was it? It was November 27th, 2022, I believe, which I was only like 8 or 9 months in, even though realistically it's better to train for a year. I was like, no, I want to do this. I really want to get this over and done with. Not to seem desperate, but I was excited, but I was fuck all nervous as well. So then I just made the foolish decision to do it. We got through it. You can watch it on YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of how we got started, really.
Interesting. So you mentioned obviously Liam Slater and Nathan Black. What are those two guys like behind the scenes? Because everyone I suppose from PPW can't speak highly enough about both of them.
Oh God. When it comes to Liam and Nathan, I'll say this: without those two, it wouldn't have happened. And it's unbelievable of how helpful they actually are. Like, they're not like, I know this is probably shit of me saying, but they're not like Vince McMahon, where he's going to give you a certain gimmick and then force you to go through that. Liam is very helpful. He'll let you be whoever the hell you want to be. He'll give you the ball. He'll help you out where you need, and he will let you run with it. Nathan, on the other hand, oh God, he'll hate me for saying this. He does a lot of stupid shit.
I've seen the online stuff, so I know.
Yeah, he's mental for content. He's a content fanatic, is what I like to say. But in respect and with respect due, I also like to say that Nathan's the visionary when it comes to PPW, because without his vision, convenient, um, without Nathan's vision, it probably wouldn't have happened at all. Because if Nathan didn't have that vision, he wouldn't have brought Liam in, and then those two wouldn't have been able to work together as they do now. And yeah, it's so much. Like, no, it's not, but it's amazing of how helpful and creative those two are. And Liam's the backbone of PPW. However, I don't think that's well enough to say. I think that Liam's the backbone of the British independent scene altogether, because of the standard that he pushes us all to be and wants us all to get up to. It's amazing. And Liam's such an inspiration to all of us, specifically at PPW as well, because without him helping us and basically showing us how effortless everything is, none of us would probably be where we're at. Liam and Nathan, absolutely lovely guys, and they're fucking amazing, honestly.
Is he ever like tough on you, Liam?
Sometimes, yes, but not in a negative way. He'll give a lot of constructive criticism, which we prefer, because when it comes to being taught, you don't want someone yelling at you, being like, "No, you should have fucking done this. No, you should have fucking done that. You fucking idiot." Like, no, Liam's chill. Liam's very chill, and he's really fucking cool as well. He'll be tough on us when we need him to be tough on us, but not so much that he's gonna become a massive drill sergeant about it. He'll give us constructive criticism. He'll help us when we need help, whether it's wrestling or even with real life stuff as well. With mental health, is really reliable and is really cool. But only when we need him to be.
Absolutely. You mentioned mental health there, and I ask a lot of people this: is it more common in wrestling than people realize?
Yes, it's a lot more common, really, because realistically, the world of British professional wrestling, it's a bunch of misfits that haven't been able to fit in anywhere else, all just coming in together to actually fit in somewhere. And mental health is a massive part of that. Yeah.
No, that's absolutely fine. Stuff like that. Now, sticking with PPW and stuff like that, for people obviously listening, tell them a little bit about the talent pool. Obviously, the people working there. I mean, like I said, you've got HMD. I mean, you've got Alfie. I mean, you've got yourself. I mean, there's some incredible talent you at PPW.
Oh God, yeah. With PPW, I love to say it, and people will agree with me as well. PPW is the place to go when it comes to wanting to learn how to be a professional wrestler. Best of the best, fucking top notch, best out there, legit. And it says a lot as well when one of our top people is the current TNA X Division champion, being Leon Slater. It says a lot because he trained with us at PPW. He didn't start with us, fair enough, but he trained with us at PPW, and it says a lot when you're able to reach heights like that. Not only TNA, but with Progress as well, NWA, Wrestling Noah as well, and even the WWE, because someone that we look up to, no matter how much Nathan likes to disagree with that, Will Cruz, he had a WWE wrestling tryout, and I'm pretty sure all of us can agree that he fucking smashed it, no doubt about it. And it says a lot because he trains at PPW with us, so it says a lot with the standard and everything.
Absolutely. And one thing I like about Leon as well is he absolute grafted, to get where he is and stuff like that. So it always shows that hard work, pays off.
Absolutely. Leon is probably one of the most charismatic and athletic people that I've ever been in the ring with, and I've ever had the honor to work with as well. He's an absolutely lovely guy, and it's an absolute honor whenever we get to step in the ring with him.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about the Lone Fire. How did this all come about?
So that is basically me. And when I say that, I mean like it comes with mental health, but I have serious trust issues. So I'd rather work alone or be alone rather than having to count on someone else having my back. And it kind of contradicts it as well, because within the world of professional wrestling, you're not working alone. You're kind of like working together, even though it is like a one-on-one or whatever. You are working with your opponent and you're helping each other, no matter how like difficult it may be at start. But yeah, it kind of contradicts it, but that is how I am realistically. Like I'm call me like a lone wolf or whatever, but that is kind of how I prefer to be. Like I rather fight alone and not in a tag team. Even though I did try and form a tag team at one point with Matty Carter, however, that obviously did not work out. Yeah, it's just how I prefer to be. I'd rather fight alone than be in a tag team any day of the week.
Okay, that's fair. So this next question obviously stumbles a lot of people, but it's not designed to. For people who obviously is not familiar with yourself, describe your character to them.
Oh God. Oh, if only I can make the words up without getting cancelled. No, I'm joking. So my character basically started out as basically an angsty teen, an angry angsty teen that is basically mad at the world for like stuff that they've gone through, whether it's mental health or incidents on the streets or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like an angsty teen that started out with, but I think from then it's kind of evolved, so to say.
Okay. So we'll knock the fan questions out now. So we've got 3. First one comes from Fast Count Clothing, and it says, "Who's your biggest inspiration, Radu or Roman Reigns?"
Fuck's sake. Oh God, I hate you. I hate you, Fast Count. I don't really. I love him to bits. It's pretty obvious. Roman Reigns being my biggest inspiration. It's not my only inspiration, but yeah, bigger inspiration. Sorry, Radu. I love you and everything, but I acknowledge our tribal chief. That's all it is.
Simon Gibb, this is a 2-part question. Well, it's actually a 3-part, actually. So the first part is go-to cheat meal.
Oh God, Chinese food by far. My normal Chinese order, Cantonese style, sweet and sour chicken. It's fucking lovely, with 100 grams of egg fried rice and an extra pot of sweet and sour sauce.
That is actually sounds quite nice. I'm not going to lie.
It is. I have it every fucking week.
This next one, it just says favorite match. So I'm going to expand on this. So favorite match you've been in and your favorite match you've watched.
Oh God, favorite match. To be honest, there's so many. When it comes to the favorite match that I've been in, it's either, oh god, there's three choices here, and one's going to be pretty obvious. The last match that I had with Radu, when I introduced Matty Carter to PPW, that match was probably one of the more fun matches that I've been in. But there's also the Fatal 4-Way that I had with Luca Brigante, Thorin, and Brian Mojo. It was pretty fun, very much fast paced, which I always love. It's those kind of fast paced people, cruiserweights, that I always love to work with. But there is also the match I had with Caden Cross. Caden Cross is probably one of the more charismatic people because it doesn't take much for him to be able to break your character and for you to just laugh your ass off in the middle of the ring. But when it comes to the favorite match that I watched, Jesus, I don't know. I really don't know. There's a lot. I would say any of the Roman Reigns matches, but that is just gonna be stereotypical within itself. God. Actually, no. Favorite match that I've watched, probably Bobby Lashley and Umaga in the steel cage.
That's a good match. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't remember what year it was, but my favorite moment within it is when Bobby Lashley just decided to go fuck it and just jumped through the cage.
Yeah, and I can picture it, but I cannot remember what year it was.
No, I mean, I probably could search it up, but it would probably take too long for me.
And the last part of Simon Gibbs' question was, what's the go-to music?
Go-to music, God's sake. Um, oof. Is this like music that I listen to, or like entrance music? Or
It just says go to. It just says go to music. So I'll let you obviously. You want to answer
that? Go to music for me to come out to. Of course, it's gonna have to be God of War, the one that I use at PPW. But then when it comes to music that I listen to, 3 Days Grace, anything by 3 Days Grace, really.
What a band, by the way.
In it, they are my favorite band completely. My favorite song with them, though, is probably Dominate.
I can't remember. I've listened to that many bands. I couldn't even name any of the songs.
It's one of the more recently brought out ones, but it slaps. It's really good.
Absolutely. And of course, we've got one question from the almighty Sledge Bro. It says, do you still have your sights set on becoming the PPW World Champion?
Well, that's a given, really. Because with anyone within the world of professional wrestling, their goal is to either be the best version of themselves or to be the best straight up. And in order for that to happen, it is to be PPW champion. And yes, that is my goal still. I want to be PPW champion. Even though it's quite a frigging mountain to climb as well, being the current PPW champion being Kemper. Yeah, he's he's a monster, honestly. But yes, my goal currently is to still be PPW champion.
There you go. I want to talk a little bit about the fan base and stuff like that because it's very rarely I talk about this. How would you describe the wrestling fan base from your point of view? Because obviously you've been a fan, but now you're a wrestler.
Realistically, it depends on perspective. because some people will say differently. But for me, God, the fan base is kind of meticulous, really. But with also that being said, it is quite lovely as well. It's quite surprising. And I'll say that because something happened that I never thought ever would happen. And this is probably my self-esteem talking as well. At the last Kamer show in Barnsley, on the interval, whilst I was eating a slice of pizza, bear in mind, two young lads came up to me and asked me for a high five each, bless them, and said that they liked the act, word for word. I'm gonna say it. They liked the act of it, and they liked my persona and how I did in the match. Because bear in mind, in that match, I was in the five-way eliminator, sorry, where basically you got to choose out of two prizes if you won. One being a contract, stay in any match, anytime, any opponent under any stipulation, or the second prize being £2,500. Yeah, that's probably my self-esteem talking though, because I never thought I'd ever have that happen, or I never get fans as I have, and it was very surprising for me.
Okay, and what would you say the most rewarding thing is when it comes to wrestling?
Just knowing that you're improving. It's like whether it's physically improving within the ring or even mentally improving. Because as we've said, like, it's a lot to do with mental health. And it's very much a mental game at the same time. But probably the most rewarding thing about it is seeing how far you've come and seeing how far you've improved from when you first started to where you are at now.
Interesting. And what keeps you going? Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, you mentioned mental health a few times. What's the one thing for you what keeps you, keeps you driving?
It's a lot of things, really, but the one thing that keeps me going, I actually have tattooed on my arm. It's my family. Yeah, without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I probably wouldn't even be alive right now if it wasn't for them. They've supported and pushed me through so fucking much. And yeah, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for them. Specifically, my mother. She is my best friend and she's my biggest supporter. And without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So realistically, I owe everything to my mother.
That's really open, mate. Thank you, obviously, for that and stuff like that. So, before you obviously go out and perform, man, how do you get yourself into the zone?
Everyone has their own method to the madness with this. What I like to do is I like to stretch out when I'm able to get nice and loose. Otherwise, I'm risking getting, pardon me, risking getting injured within the match, which is something that you don't want to happen. I'll put some music in as well, which will normally be heavy metal. I'm a big heavy metals fan.
Me too.
It's either that or I'll put a load of 3 Days Grace on because, like, not only are they my favorite band, but they also help connect with the. No one's really going to understand what I'm about to say, but oh fucking well, they kind of help me connect with my inner demons, so to speak, and it helps me kind of just get in the zone and just feel angry and be angry. And then I'll meditate as well if need be. Not many people will expect me to actually say that, but I love to meditate, whether it's before the show or just before the match. I will hesitate. I will meditate. I'll stretch out. I'll exercise quite a bit, and I'm able to just get into the zone and be where I need to be when the time comes.
Okay, let's turn that question 180. How do you wind down after a match?
I just let whatever happens, honestly. It's kind of like, so when you're in the match itself, you're kind of feeling a lot of adrenaline. Whether that's like the crowd getting you going or just pumping yourself through. You'll be hyped up on a lot of adrenaline. And when I get backstage from a match, I'll just let whatever happens. That makes no sense. Yeah, it's just like I'll try chill out for a bit, and I'll have a laugh with whoever I'll be talking to at the time, whether that's my opponent or coach or like whoever really, and I'll just let my body do what it needs to do, and then I'll probably just go. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak today. I really apologize. And yeah, I'll get a drink of water, of course, and I'll just let my body do what it needs to do.
Okay. Do you ever watch your matches back?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Like, so every single event that I go to, specifically when I'm wrestling, I'll bring my mum along. Because she loves to be there, not only to support me, but she films my matches for me, so that then I can watch them back, edit them through, and I will put them on my YouTube channel, so that then not only I'll be able to watch it, but other people can watch it as well. But yes, about 1,000 times the same day, I will watch the match back, 100%.
And I presume you like critique it, going, "Oh, I should have done that," or "I should have done that."
Oh God, yeah. When it comes to my matches, I'm a heavy nitpicker. I'll know when like something's gone wrong, or I'll pick out when like I could have done better there, or I could have done this, or I could have done that. But yes, absolutely, I will 100% nitpick at myself in my own matches.
Fair enough. So, do you still get a chance to watch wrestling from like a fan's point of view, even though you're a wrestler now?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of times really, whether that's like watching a match back at training to study through, or whether I'm just at home, sat in bed or on the sofa. 100% I will still watch wrestling as a fan, because no matter like, even though we are wrestlers, we are still fans as well at the end of the day, because we are still looking up to other wrestlers that like WWE, AEW, New Japan, that kind of thing. Yeah, we are all still fans at the same time that we are all wrestlers by ourselves.
Yeah. Now we're going to say you watch AEW or WWE, but I think you kind of watch them all.
I watched most of them. AEW not as much, but that's because they're not really. I mean, some people are saying that AEW is getting better booking wise, and yes, I agree. However, there is still the like the borderline competition between AEW and WWE.
Yeah, I think that's fair and stuff like that. So, with everything you've done in your career, what's the biggest piece of advice which has stuck with you? You've been given?
Honestly, it's gonna have to be the bit of advice that Radu gave to me in our last triple threat match, which was the match just before our last match. We're more likely going to have another couple of matches, no fucking doubt about it. But he gave me a bit of advice that, like, get more size, get more experience, and get more endurance as well. And just push yourself beyond those boundaries that you're currently trying to hold on to. Like, because of that, you'll be able to get better, but don't push yourself too far. Otherwise, there's a chance of progressive overload and you'll burn yourself out.
I think that's a nice little thing. So, a few little more questions, mate, as we begin to wind down and stuff like that. We're obviously got not nearly at the end of 2025. What's the goal for you, man?
Within like the world of wrestling or just life in general?
You can do both.
Within the world, within
Take two.
dick. Within the world of wrestling, honestly, to become champion. I think that is the ultimate goal of where anyone will really want to be, whether that's PPW champion, Barnsley wrestling champion, or just any champion in general, really. But then when it comes to life in general, just be happy. Just be happy with how you are and what you're doing. And, well, it's not just to be happy, it's also don't judge yourself by what other people are doing, because then that's going to drag you down and that's going to make you more sad than what you realistically need. But just overall, be happy. Be happy with yourself. Be happy within your own body and within the environment that you're wanting to be in.
I think one promotion you'd like to obviously work for.
True Grit.
Do you know what? You're not the first person to say True Grit because their product is really, really good.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to one of the True Grit shows, 12th of September, I believe it is, in Leeds. I'll be going to that one because I want to help out with the ring, and I also want to have a word with JC, who I think is the promoter of it, and just see where things go.
You don't need no harm in trying, though, mate, is there?
No harm in trying.
No harm in trying. Three opponents you want to get in the ring with.
Oh God, that's easy. No, not really. Number one, Jet Marshall, because I think me and him will fucking tear the house down 100%. Because I like to say that our styles are kind of similar, with him being a fucking well-skilled brawler, and with me being like an up-and-coming brawler. Like, I'm getting better, no doubt about it, but like, I'm not really at the level of excellence that Jet Marshall is at. Number two, I'm gonna have to say, let me have a think about this. I want to say either HMD because, again, I think me and him would work really well with each other, or Shreddy. No, not just that, but Rory Coyle. And that's probably a death sentence for me, considering Video Nasty, Last True Sick Boy. But I think that it'd probably be a really fun match, and I'd love to give it a go.
The one name which came to my mind was Jay Vertigo.
Oh, sorry, that laugh was not me being condescending. Jay Vertigo is probably one of my favorite people to train with because me and him, I feel like we just have that subconscious but mutual one-upsmanship that we love to just do or try to one-up each other. He's really fun to work with, and he's like, me and him are really, I don't want to say really similar, given that we have different styles. He's more of a high flyer, and I'm more of a striker. But Jay Vertigo is one of my favorite people to train with out of everyone that I have.
And that was just a random name that came to my head, so I did not know that a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love to get in the ring with him wherever it is, whether it's just at training or on any shows. I think me and him would tear the house down, really.
So one final question, obviously, we get obviously to wind down and stuff, is there's a lot of people obviously thinking about getting into wrestling and stuff like that. What would you say to them?
Learn the basics first, because there have been people that can't even do a forward roll or can't even take a back bump. And if you can't do them, which are two of the piss easiest things, then I don't think you'll be able to progress with anything else realistically. And I know that's probably very condescending of me to say, but it is just my opinion at the same time. Don't push yourself because, again, you don't want to get yourself hurt, especially when, especially when you're getting involved in a combat sport. No matter what anyone wants to say, it is still a combat sport because you are getting fucking smacked. Don't push yourself, but if you're not able to do those two things, then you're not going to progress anywhere else.
Okay, that's a nice little thing to end on. Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I was to chat to you. I hope you've enjoyed yourself today.
Oh, absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, is there anything you'd like to plug, my man?
I mean, not me being cocky or whatever. YouTube channel, The Long Fighter, Mathias Havana. Go subscribe. Go watch whatever it is you like. Do not mind. And my Instagram, I Fight Alone 48. Go follow me there. If there is anything you like to ask or like to comment on, I'm an open book. Go for it. And feel free to comment on whatever you want.
Absolutely. So what we'll do, mate, is we'll put all links in the description of this video so people can jump from this to your socials. How's that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So obviously this has been the magic of wrestling. We are obviously back this Sunday as we talk to wrestler Shauna Reed. Matt, I'm going to let you have the outro so you can say anything you want. You can promote anything you want, and I will end the stream. Over to you, brother.
Thanks, brother. I mean, realistically, I've not really got anything to say. For those that have tuned in, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an absolute honor being able to be on the show. It means a lot to me because I never thought that I'd have fans or a following to begin with. Feel free to check out socials. Absolutely go for it. And if you are ever wanting to become a professional wrestler, do not look up to me. I'm not a very good role model whatsoever, but I highly recommend PPW, specifically their 6-week beginners course to get started out with. You learn all the basics, you learn what you need to learn, you give them the ball, and you get to run with it however the fuck you want. thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
There we go.